Imagine yourself seated in the cockpit of the future. Not inside the typical Boeing or an Airbus jet, but it's something revolutionary. A sleek, drone-like aircraft designed to flow through canyons and glide over city skylines. That's the promise of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, every time we go through the developer stream, we end up getting surprised with the changes that have been planned for the next installment. A blend of modern aviation and immersive simulation, and it's about to change the way we explore the skies. Thank you for tuning in, by the way, and I'm Chikmanglo. The stream, led by Jane, featured Jörg Newman, head of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and the team of FlightFX, with the CEO and the flight engineer who showcased innovative aircraft being developed for the next sim. FlightFX discussed their journey, starting with scenery design during the pandemic, evolving into aircraft development. Now, this wasn't a regular Q&A session, but the first of several streams focused on first-party aircraft developments. On many of our previous videos, we mentioned about one thing on Msfs 2024, an emphasis on community involvement in the development process. Now let's start with the Jetson one, a personal flying machine right out of a sci-fi movie. Now this little marvel folds up and fits in the back of a van, but when unleashed, transforms into a personal quadcopter, and with just a joystick and throttle, it allows you to hover around forests, dash through narrow canyons, and zip between skyscrapers. As easy to fly as a drone, the Jetson one offers more than just fun, where this taps into a new way to experience flight and something to experience in the next installment. Now during the stream, there were other featured aircraft that included the Joby Aviation. It's a tilt-rotor aircraft blending elements of drones, planes and a helicopter. A good combination of the three that's designed for urban transport, capable of vertical takeoffs and high-speed flights at 180 knots. Also to bring up would be the Archer, similar to the Joby but heavier, slower and capable of both vertical and conventional takeoffs and landings. This comes with a sleek design and robust autopilot system for complex flight plans, equipped with 12 motors and a more premium futuristic interior. The next installment looks poised to redefine flight simming with a mix of traditional and futuristic aircraft that makes it interesting. Now the addition of eVTOLs, new mission modes, and improved terrain detail promises to deliver both realism and new gameplay opportunities. Now more interestingly, the stream didn't just cover aircraft. There were other interesting areas that raised our eyebrows, especially when discussed about the visuals that were enhanced plus biomes. Yes, the next sim introduces improved ground textures, biomes, and terrain enhancements. Imagine the detail of 4,000 times more when you compare it to the current sim. This will make flying at low altitudes more immersive, especially in places like forests, canyons, or urban environments. Now aircraft like the Jetson one will let players hug the ground and navigate tight spaces, offering an entirely different flying experience. What we could look forward to would be new regions to explore with unprecedented detail, better immersion for low altitude and scenic flights that's perfect for sightseeing or exploring remote areas. Now the team also discussed about expanded carrier mode options. That means we should see a more structured carrier system, which includes missions for both aircraft transport and helicopters. Now aircraft like the Joby and Archer align with this vision, potentially being integrated into missions for urban air transport or sightseeing. Imagine the types of missions you can experience. A dynamic carrier mode featuring urban air mobility and new mission types. More opportunities for role-playing scenarios such as tourist transportation and VIP charters. What else should we expect in the next sim? Improved user experience and flight models. Msfs will feature customized flight models, especially for future aircraft. This leads to accurate physics for drones and eVTOLs. Now the new aircraft will also take advantage of interactive walk-around features and better flight planning tools. We should expect refined flight mechanics and new control schemes tailored for different flying experiences. Now this includes not just drones or eVTOLs, planes as well. A more intuitive, user-friendly interface, possibly expanding accessibility for newcomers. Now, Msfs 2024 development will continue to unfold with weekly streams, showcasing new aircraft and features from the partner developers. Now, these events will offer previews of upcoming content, and we should hope for regular insights from devs, continuous improvements leading up to and beyond Msfs 2024's launch. On a side note, we wanted to bring your attention to two things today, rather three things. Big Radials will release the Jetstar in early access for 2020 in the next couple of days. Now, due to lack of access to the SDK, and we're talking about the 2024's version of the SDK, the current sim will be the first launch, with more features added later. Both these versions will be sold separately, where the plan is to bring down the price for the current version. The flight model and interior are progressing well, and a Civus INS instrument is being implemented. Though it'll be inactive initially, the plan is to roll out updates weekly or bi-weekly. Now, Pratt & Whitney J312 8A engines, producing almost 33 pounds of thrust, will power the model. Only one interior version will be available at launch. So something to note would be that Jetstar will be available exclusively on the Big Radials website. On another piece of news, the iFly 737 MAX 8 is one of the most eagerly awaited add-ons for our current sim. Now, this month, we saw a number of videos floating all over YouTube on the early access to preview the aircraft. Now, the pre-release version is available for purchase via the iFly manager, as announced on the official Discord server. On the pre-release details, iFly clarified that this version is still early access and not the final product. Now, the pre-release also serves to test the purchasing system through the iFly manager, where this is the only place where the add-on can be bought or downloaded. So those who purchase the pre-release version will receive access to exclusive Discord support channels to address any issues if you face them. On the pricing and discounts, the pre-release version is available for almost $70, and if you previously owned the Prepare 3D version, you can get a good 40% discount on the same account. And by the way, liveries for the aircraft will be available through the iFly manager after purchase, so something to keep in mind. Finally, if you haven't checked out our recent review video about Desktop Pilot's products, do take a moment to watch this video that uncovers a lot of Cessna's essentials that improves your experience. It's about exploration, imagination, and the joy of flying in new ways. You'll have tools like walk-around inspections, allowing for a deeper connection with your aircraft. The journey ahead isn't about reaching a destination. It's about enjoying every step along the way. Whether you're gliding through canyons, transporting passengers, or exploring remote landscapes, Msfs 2024 promises new ways to experience the world. The future of flight is ready for takeoff in November. The question is, are you ready yet? Do stay tuned by subscribing, and until next time, bye-bye for now.